Now boys, what's going on? This is Yorkie here and welcome back to another episode of this FIFA 22 Salford City Road to Glory. And it's been a little while since I sat down and recorded one of these, so I do honestly appreciate the patience that's been shown so far. If you didn't know, I started a new job, so there's been a lot of work going on, me settling into the new job, and there hasn't actually been a lot of time for me to sit down. I've only had one day off in between starting the new job, so I haven't had a chance to sit down and record some of these videos, but we are going to get some episodes done now in bulk, and hopefully going forward they'll just go back to normal and we will have a video roughly a day. There might be 1 or 2 days missing here and there, but there should be a video basically every single day. That's how I'm trying to get it. That's how hopefully it's going to work in the future, and I appreciate all the kind comments, all the support, and just all the patience that you guys have been showing. I appreciate each and every one of you. You're all absolute legends. Also, the last episode of Salford absolutely popped off. I don't know, I just checked one morning and we're at like 2.3k views on that one, so thank you very much. Don't know what happened. Must have just been caught up in the algorithm. It's done us some favors. Now we've got a pretty busy month. Now the youth academy went well, but there's been a title update, and I haven't played this game in probably like a week. I haven't played any games in probably like a week, so I'm trying to catch up now. There may be some poor performances from me in this episode, but we've got a decent month ahead in January. We might end up splitting this. It depends how much business we get done. I personally don't think we need to do much business, but again, you guys have been leaving great feedback and suggestions for me, so we're definitely going to look at some of those players, or I'll look at some of those players and maybe see if there's 1 or 2 that we could get a deal with. Maybe even just loan deals might be the way to move forward in this window. Of course, the Elliott List injury was massive, absolutely gutted. Timmy Abraham shone like a star in the last one though. If you didn't see it, just go back and watch the Timmy Abraham goal, the third. He got a hat trick. Watch the third goal. Absolutely lost my mind. But in terms of making changes to the squad, I'm just not sold that we have to. We're going to kick it off by playing Ipswich, because I don't believe I've played them yet. We've got Brentford in the cup here as well. Blackpool, Birmingham. These are games we can win. I did a poll. Will we get the playoffs? And you guys actually think that we might get the playoffs, or even potentially better if we can put on a good run towards the back end of the season here, with the second half of the season you could call it. Then there is even potential that we might become an automatically promoted side to the Premiership. I did not foresee this happening, but there's potential that that does happen. We also found a superstar last time out. Our first superstar I feel like we found in the academy. Now, they're going to have to be a little bit of waiting to see what that potential says in the back end. But let's be honest, Fly, it looks like he's going to be a beast. He's going to be CDM though. He just doesn't have the pace for the winger. I would love the Gareth Bale-like story arc, but he's just not got it, and he's far too short to be a centre-back. So we're going with Aaron Ramsey. Boys, we're going with Aaron Ramsey. He's going to be like our CDM. We kind of needed this position. We've got Amos at the minute. I mean, I'm not far off calling this guy up already at 17 and 66 overall. I think he could do a job very quickly. Of course, we have Freddie Power as well, who looks like he's going to be a beast. Potential already 73 to 93, and he's already 62 rated overall at 15, so he could be another superstar for us from England. But that's enough of the chit-chat. Let's get into this one against Ipswich. Let's ease me in a little bit nicely, obviously, because I've not played in a week, so this could go horrendously. But this is going to be the Ipswich lineup. They're a little bit tired. And then this will be our 11, because we're a bit tired as well. It should be noted as well, we've got the young right midfielder that we got for the Bolton transfer with Celtic. He's coming to the team now. He's on the bench. He's 66 rated, so we'll see what happens. I might try and bring him on in this game if we're doing well, just to see how he gets on. Of course, 1st of January when this one kicks off, and we're going to have some new players coming in soon, maybe. If you're new around here and you haven't already, though, smash that subscribe button. Hit the like button as well, because we are back now, hopefully, with as consistent content as possible. Now, this week, again, might still be a little bit up and down. As I say, I'm just trying to settle into the new job. I work in catering anyway, so it's really long hours, regardless, and trying to balance then editing and recording. I'm tempted to try and find an editor, but that's not the world's easiest thing to do. So for now, I'm going to be editing them myself, and hopefully we could just find a good balance. I don't think I know many of the players in this Ipswich team. I'm going to be 100% honest. I don't think I know many of them. We've got a nice youth academy guy. Connor Chaplin. Okay, there we go. We know one already. Could be dangerous. He was recommended early on, was Connor Chaplin. In this series, apart from that, is that Raheem Harper? Raheem Harper as well used to be an absolute beast. Edmondson there at 74 rated. It's not an awful team, but it is a team that right now are trying to stave off relegation. So it is a side that you would say a team like us, who are in the playoff hunt, should be beaten. I'm also not sure what the title update is going to have changed, but instantly Connor Chaplin went all the way through there, and King manages to save it. I will note as well, in between this, I've started playing eFootball again. I'm going to be making some eFootball videos, so if you guys are interested on that, keep your eyes peeled on the channel. And that game plays very, very differently to FIFA, so that'll be a little bit interesting. But they have made some major updates. The big patch has come out now, and it's finally got a game mode to it. So we will do some videos breaking down my thoughts and opinions. Of course, this channel was basically started on PES, not eFootball. It's weird saying that, but today is all about FIFA, and can we get the points here against Ipswich? And can I get used to playing FIFA again as quickly as possible? Ricky J. Jones has done brilliantly there. Back into Brad Young. I tried to get it back across to Ricky J. Jones. Couldn't quite find the pass. That's a great ball in behind to Ipswich. What a save from King. Ipswich have moved the ball pretty well, to be fair, and they keep finding space in behind the back line. Burns there. We'll get that one across. Mark surely wins that header. I think that was up against Connor Chaplin. He hadn't won that. I'd have been a little bit surprised. Connor Chaplin fires off the shot. That's a save by King, but he doesn't hold it. And then Mark can't fully clear it. I tried to play it off Connor Chaplin to go out for the corner. We managed to get bodies back, though. Hopefully enough of them back. Doesn't feel like it right now, but I'm hoping we've got enough bodies back here. This is good play. Raheem Harper now. Inside Jackson. What a save from King. The pressure feels massive at the moment. That's a great ball into Marvin. What can Marvin do now? Marvin. All the way, Marvin. Oh, all the way from Marvin. 1-0 Salford City. We've dealt with that pressure. And then Marvin's got up the other end and bagged us a goal. He's been a bit 50-50 with his finishing as well, so I wasn't fully sure that he was going to score that, but I don't think he could have hit that better. Moving it really nicely again here, Ipswich. They've caused me a lot of issues, I'm not going to lie. They've been very good and hard to deal with. Marvin gets back there. Is that going to be an own goal? I think Penny scored it, but how does Marvin not get to that header? I mean, he's got us one, but I don't know what he was doing there. I think he's taller than Penny as well. Should King save this, to be fair? I mean, Marvin's got to win that. Oh, my God. What is that goalkeeper animation? He goes the wrong way. He's gone the complete wrong way as King. Oh, that was frustrating. And just like that, it's 1-1. And it's a sloppy goal. Considering some of the opportunities they've created, that is not the one I expected to concede. That was a frustrating first half because we didn't play well and we managed to nick the goal, which was great, but then we conceded a really sloppy goal, which was not so great. So hopefully, the second half will tighten stuff up, but that's a great ball roll. I'm not going to lie. Connor Chaplin now. Mark is there. King will be across and Jackson will put it just beyond the post. We're going to have a double sub here now. We're going to bring on Slater and just see how he is. He's number 7, so we're going to change who our number 7 is. I can't remember who he was changing to number 7. I'll look back at the comments. I think it was Ricky J. Jones. So I'm going to change Ricky J. Jones to 7 straight after this game, if I remember, because again, you'll remember in the last episode, I might have just forgotten to do that. As Galloway fires that shot. That's a great ball back, though. Here we go. Young now. Oh, he had to fire that first time, didn't he? He doesn't fire it first time. Amos now will find a bit of space. He's played it into McNeil. That's a great shot. And it's over the bar. Ricky J. Jones, number 7. If I don't do it, give me abuse in the comments. Feel free. For this one, Wolfenden gets onto that to give me abuse because I do keep forgetting. Numbers. Ricky J. Jones, 7. And we'll just give Slater any number, to be fair, because we don't know how good he's going to be. We don't know how much time he's going to spend at the team, if he's just going to be sold on, if we're going to loan him out. We don't have any of that information. We do know that Wolfenden just made an unbelievable tackle there. That was unreal. Brad Young now, if he gets that to Ricky J. Jones, this is dangerous. Ricky J. Jones! What a goal from Ricky J. Jones. He needs to step up with Elliot List injured and new number 7. 2-1 Salford City. It's last chance saloon for Ipswich. If they're going to get a goal, they need to get it now. Mark wins that. Oh, my God. Simpson over the bar. And there goes the full-time whistle, and we get away with that one. I feel like I can say that. We didn't have that many great chances. Ipswich absolutely battered us that first half. We managed to take the lead out of nowhere, but Ricky J. Jones stepping up again. Massive goal that. Really important, especially if we're going to be in the playoffs. We're going to have a chance in the playoffs as well. We're going to need a player like him bagging the goals, and it could be exciting having Elliot List back with him as well on the pitch. Who knows what's going to happen? King made some massive saves as well, to be fair. So Fulham picked up the 3 points as well. So I feel like if automatic promotion comes, it would be taking it from Fulham, not from Brighton. I think Brighton will be very difficult to catch. The window's officially open. We've got some scout reports to look at. We've got some players obviously leaving. Hunter's gone, Bolton's gone. Longland, you won't have even seen that one. He never even played for us. And obviously Slater joining the club. We'll get Slater set up. Do you know what I'm going to do before we look at these? No, I'll scout these, and then I swear I'm changing that shirt number because I will forget. Here we go then. Ricky J. Jones is our new number 7. It's done. It's dusted. He's our new number 7. Now we can see if there's any more superstars coming from Wales. If we have got the next Gareth Bale. This guy probably looks the most promising, and he's a goalkeeper from Cleves. We are going to sign him. He looks like he could be decent. Apart from that, maybe Kai. We're hitting a stage where 82 is still good. If this was the other way around and the value was 325,000, the potential was what Curtis has, I think then we would sign him. But I'm going to be a little bit more picky because we've already got a lot of youth academy players. And I mean, this youth academy is pretty stacked already as it is. And Cleves looks like he could be decent. So Middlesbrough next, and we're going to play this one as well. No Rail bids in yet, which is actually really good because I do feel like we might lose some players. Galloway on the right, Ola Aina on the left. Lado in behind, Young and Timmy Abraham. As Ricky J. Jones is very tired. Young is as well. And we have this issue at the moment with games coming thick and fast that they are going to be tired from time to time. And we're going to have to play with them being tired. But I think since Elliot List will be back in a month, that's just something we'll put up with for this month. Great rotation in the back line. King starts in net. Brannigan and Akpro as our centre mids. I think this is, without a shadow of a doubt, a winnable game at home. They are playing a flat back 5, which means they're probably going to be super defensive because the game will still have Neil Warnock at Middlesbrough. I know it won't, like, it doesn't officially have managers, but, like, that's the kind of tactics I'm expecting them to play, is as if they still had Neil Warnock at the team. Into Timmy. Timmy can just hold up play. I feel like teams are going to panic next to him now as well after seeing the goals that he scored recently. That is extremely good play. Lado then finds Young for 1-0, and I think that's the first goal I've actually scored with Young. Since we've had him, he's been really good, and he's done super good in the Sims, but I think that's the first one that I personally have bagged with Young. And Young, without a shadow of a doubt, is a player I think we have to sign him permanently. He had such a good year with us. I think we have to sign him permanently. I never expected him to do as well as he did. Never expected to like him as much as I have. But I think he's someone we have to sign permanently in the future. And there finds Timmy again. Timmy now, he's going to ping that one over to Young. And Young's going to make it 2-0. Young is going to make it 2-0 Salford City. What a game he's having. They come like buses. The first goal for him, for me, and there's his second. Only moments later, what, like 10 minutes after the first, we've managed to bag a second. That was a really good finish. I've been working on his finishing because it's so bad. But, I mean, what a hit that is. It was a long way back now for Middlesbrough. Bit of a mountain for them to climb. And they've not started well. I thought they'd be really good defensively, but they've given me way more space than I expected, to be fair. This could end up being maybe a little bit of a goal glut if we can perform correctly here. Fitzwater gets that one clear. If we can get the right moments in this match, we might be able to score quite a few more. Young now. He's going to play that one to the wrong player, but we're going to get the ball back. Akpro. Will he stay the entirety of this transfer window? Him and Ola Aina. Remember, we did have the agreements when we signed them that we would let them use the club as a stepping stone. So if the bids come in for them, we will move them on. We will sell them. And at the end of the season, they will be put on the transfer list. Here comes Middlesbrough with Tavernier. He's someone who was recommended. I like Tavernier as well, but I think at the time the price and the wage was too much. We do have some money to spend here in this window. That needs to be remembered. So I'm still trying to figure out if we need to spend any of that money or if taking that potentially into the Premiership with us would be the smartest move right now, because the team seems to have enough about them against the majority of sides in this league to get promotion. I don't know. Young is on a hat-trick. I need to bear that in mind. Galloway will ping that one across to Young. Oh my God, that would have been his hat-trick. That was the magic moment. I can't believe how much of a goal threat he's actually been here against Middlesbrough, but that was the moment. If you're going to get a hat-trick for him as well, because he's absolute... No, that might not be the moment. that might have been the pass right there for him. I do love a hat-trick, and that maybe should have been one right there. If we could have just found that pass across with Timmy Abraham, that would have been another assist for him in this game as well. But it just wasn't to be. And is there going to be an opportunity for a goal here just before the end of the half? There isn't. Atpro defends brilliantly. Is this out wide? Good play from him. It's not a bad ball across. And Robinson wins the header, but it's safe hands from King. We've got a man down, and it looks like it's going to be Brannigan picking up an injury, which is not great news. Olaina now. We'll just engineer that one backwards. Couldn't find the right ball in. And I don't know what's been given against us there. Nothing. We've got the free kick that will be a goal for Brad Young. No, it won't. It's a ball into Olaina in the end. I was really hoping. But as you can see, yeah, Brannigan's now picked up an injury. We're pretty decent at centre mid. And I don't think it's going to be a long-term injury, which is the plus. So we're going to kick off this second half without Brannigan. And Tribal will come on for him. But remember, Tribal is in his final season with the club. We've taken the decision not to give him a new contract, not to re-sign him. He's been good for us. He came in as cover due to injuries. He's going to come in this match again as cover due to injuries. Well, he's going to come into this match for cover of injury. And as his first touch, get injured. So that's great for Tribal as Tavernier fires off a shot. What a save from King. As you can see already, we're being prompted to take off Tribal. So there's going to be 2 substitutions very quickly. So no more Tribal. Kelly is now on the pitch in Tribal's position. And that's a little bit of a sad end to it for him, for Tribal, because if that's an injury with any kind of length to it, he probably won't get another opportunity in a Salford City shirt. Paratpo there finds Lado. Lado now to Timmy. Timmy's going to ping that one over to Young. Young for the hat-trick. Young is going to get his hat-trick. What a moment for him. That is massive for him here. And for us, Salford. 3 goals to the good. Middlesbrough are done and dusted. They were done in the first 15 minutes of the game, if we're being 100% honest. They've not really shown any fight at all. And that's Timmy Abraham's second assist. Ideally, this is the stage I would have brought Brad Young off. But the problem with that is I've only got one more sub. And who knows if we're going to get another injury. So I'll leave him on for now. But he is knackered. He came into the game a little bit tired. Obviously, we demand a lot of running from our sides. Spence now. It's not a bad ball in. Doyle should always get to that. Timmy then. Back over to Young. I just feel like every time we come forward, we can get at them. Timmy Abraham now. Back across to Young. And I just couldn't quite get that pass through. Well, Brad Young is going to come off. He needs to be rested. He's played a lot of this game. He's played a lot of games recently. Marvin is going to come on up top. I've got no doubt that Marvin can play up top. I think he's more than skilled enough to be able to play up top. So he'll come on up top in the place of Young. And let's be honest, this game in my mind is already over. So it shouldn't be too much of an issue for us. But we need to get bodies back here and quickly. That is great play. And that is a great save from King. Here comes Coburn. Oh my God, what a goal that would have been if he'd have found the top bins. That seems to not be occurring as often though now. You know that shot where it's just inch perfect every time from the AI and goes in the top of the net? Seems to have calmed down a little bit. We'll keep an eye on that, but it does seem to have calmed down a little bit. Galloway now. That's a great ball across to Timmy Abraham. Oh, he's over the bar. There's a full-time whistle. What a performance, though, in this one from Brad Young as he goes and collects himself the match ball. Thoroughly deserved it as well, but some good performances all round. Timmy Abraham, 2 assists in that one as well. But the boys just played well. When we've got our main starting 11 out, or near enough our main starting 11, I think we could maybe beat the majority teams in this league. Obviously, you've got like Southampton, Fulham, and Brighton who have just ridiculous squads. But beyond that, I think we're just as good, if not better, than a lot of the other teams. Injuries happened, obviously, in that game. We are about to find out mainly the Brannigan injury. That's the big one for me. Lance Murphy comes back from loan as well, and that is Tom Tribal's career done at Salford City, isn't it? Broken toe, 3 months. Now, hopefully, Brannigan's isn't as bad, but it is. It's the exact same injury. They both broke their toe. They'll both be out for 3 months. Now, could that lead to Lance Murphy actually being forced into the team and getting some game time? Let's look at the calendar here. 3 months. So let's just count January, February, and March. So they would come back in April. So for the final, 6 games of the season. we might have to sign a centre mid here now. We do have Galloway who can play in the centre of the park as well, and maybe Slater coming in. There is some rotation there, but we're in a wafer-thin situation where just 1 or 2 more injuries anywhere near the centre of the park, and we are in big trouble. So maybe we bring in 1 player. Obviously, with those injuries, I think we might need another centre mid. This is what we've currently got on the list. Now, there's nothing here really that stands out to me as a deal we should be making happen right now. We've got some CDMs as well here, but none of them are just like screaming out at me, we should get this deal done right now, it needs to be made. And that is the issue for me, because there's some players here that maybe we'd look at once we got into the Prem. I think we're at a stage where a lot of these would be big money now to be the upgrades that we needed, unless like we went for someone like Desart, but again, that would still be a decent fee. Simon and Bula, they're just too good. The wages will be too good. Their price is too good. Simon's just moved. I mean, Bulat's an absolute beast. So, I mean, they're just no-go. So, I'm thinking, we tried it before. I'm going to go in for Charlie Petito on loan again. That's what I'm going to try and do. This could go instantly wrong. They're open to a loan. And I think this is the right deal for us to make right now. Is just bring him in on loan, just basic terms, no loan to buy, just 1 year, and hopefully, oh yeah, short term, sorry, just for the rest of this season, and then we'll kind of see where we're at. But I mean, that's a huge wage. Let's see if I can get this down. Now, we are at some stage going to have to pay more wages. If we could pay more like 35, 50, 50, if I can get them down a little bit more, 40%, I would be really happy with that. We're not ready to pay such a high proportion. Are they going to accept this? They're not. So that is unfortunate. Patino, though, maybe we could still go back in for. And that's it at the minute. I'm scouting some more players. You guys gave some suggestions. They're being scouted right now as well. I just don't want to overplay my hand right now, because I think when we get into the Premiership, this extra 8 million will be huge. I'm saying when we get in the Premiership as if it's a done deal already, which it's definitely not. Now, we're going to transfer bid for King. It's a laughable transfer bid. We're going to reject it. Now, Riley Slater, who came in from Celtic, we've already got a loan offer for. And I think I'm going to accept it, because he's going to get more minutes potentially there. So we'll sort the loan out. Hopefully he'll go just until the end of the season, and he'll play really well, and then we can make a decision. Because I'm kind of tempted right now, right? That we're going to use Galloway at centre mid. This is how I'm working. This is my inner force. This is Yorkie's inner force, right? So we're going to let Galloway play centre mid instead of right mid. And we're going to have Marvin and then sign another right mid to play there. Now, could we just get Cody Drama on a loan? Because right wing back is more than good enough for our right mid position, because we need them to operate. Now, Kanu could be someone, but I think he's beyond. We need better. So Cody Drama on loan could be great. And then who else do we have as right mids? It could be time to pull the plug maybe on Malik Wilkes. Maybe. He's going to be expensive though. Bang on 6 million. That would be, I believe, a record fee paid. So I'm going to actually just try and get Cody on loan first, but they won't let him. So I think the move is Malik Wilkes or Ballymumba. Ballymumba could be very good, but Malik Wilkes would be cheaper. So 6 million for Malik Wilkes. This is a major transfer and a major investment, hopefully, for our future. He won't be having the world's greatest ride there at Hull, obviously, considering where they are in the league compared to where we are. So it is definitely an upgrade for the player. Will it be a wage that I can afford? I'm not sure, but 6 million, that's a big fee for us. A lot of people wanted me to sign Malik Wilkes as well. Let's see what wage we can get for him. I'm going to give him important. We'll have crucial. Crucial's fine. We've got 4 years and no release clause. And oh my God, he's going to take a pay cut. 6,700 per week. Yes, Malik Wilkes, welcome to Salford City. And there we go then. The record transfer signing for Salford, and the record in this road to glory stands at 6 million so far. And it is Malik Wilkes, the 26-year-old Englishman, 75 rated. That definitely means now that Galloway for the rest of this season is going to play in the centre of the park to help recover that position with the injuries we've got. And it will be Marvin and Malik Wilkes that play out wide. So we've got this cup game coming up against Brentford. They're still in the Premiership. We don't really care about the Emirates FA Cup at this stage in the series, so we're going to quick sim it, see what happens for us, and the result will be a battering, 4-1 defeat. Okay. I mean, they've got a really good team. You'd kind of expect it. We didn't put up that much of a fight, though, which is a bit of a shame, and conceded 4, but I don't care about the cup. Big transfer here, then, for Ricky J. Jones, and it's a position I cannot afford to lose anyone. And I think we get away with it because it's AZ Alkmaar. I think if this was a Premiership side or one of the top 3 here in the Championship, I really have to start considering this transfer bid. But I think we can allow this one just because it's AZ Alkmaar. But the vultures are starting to sniff around and circle around Ricky J. Jones. So 22nd place Blackpool next. This should definitely be a result in the quick sim. We are going to sim it though. I'm going to play the Birmingham game instead. And we do win it 3-1. Ricky J. Jones and Timmy Abraham with a brace. That man is on absolute fire. The form of his life at the moment. So just a couple of days later and we're going to be taking on Birmingham. This is the game that I am going to play. Jonathan Lecco is the danger man up top for Birmingham. Malik Wilks gets his first start in a Salford City shirt. Well, what a moment this could be for Malik Wilks. He's going to get his first start. I'm excited to use him because, like I say, everybody has requested him. Like, loads of requests for him. And remember, we had so many for Ricky J. Jones, and look how good he's been. I'm guessing Malik Wilks is going to have the same effect. It'll be interesting to see how well he does defensively, like tracking back, because it's quite important for our wingers to be able to do that. We need them to be able to track back as well as be good going forward. But he's strong, he's physical, he's very quick. He reminds me a little bit of Adama Traore, and that ball over to Brad Young maybe would have made it 1-0. Well, slow start to the game. Bit of a makeshift midfield, I guess you could call it. But Galloway is more than good enough to play in the centre of the park, so that doesn't really worry me. Get that one out to Malik Wilks now, who's going to whip that one across to Ricky J. Jones, and it's 1-0, and Malik Wilks is going to get his first assist for Salford City, and Ricky J. Jones is back at it again. His goal record this year is just, it's outstanding. That's why teams are coming in for him, because his goal record has just been absolutely unreal, and I think bids are just going to keep coming for Ricky J. Jones as long as he keeps performing like this. We could be on for a really good month as well. Obviously, the Brentford game, who cares about that in the FA Cup? Nobody. The Brentford game, of course, not a good result, but the rest so far have been very good. Brad Young will play that one into Ricky J. Jones. He's going to dink that one over to Malik Wilks, who couldn't just quite get to it in time. Oh, this is a good ball over the top. Scott Hogan, and he's going to fire it. Oh my God, that felt like he was going top bins. He's dragged it wide. Oh, moving the ball nicely now. Ricky J. Jones. That's Ola Aina. Ola Aina gets it across. Malik Wilks on his debut will find the back of the net. And it's 2-0 Salford City. And Malik Wilks is off the mark for Salford. What a massive moment for him. That's big for the club as well. Record signing. Imagine the pressure on my shoulders if he came in and did not perform. But he's got his first goal here in his opening game. It's a lovely finish. Well taken. Great play from the boys. And there we go. 2 goals to the good. Echo now gets it out wide. Oh, that's lovely play into Hogan. Oh, my God. He shanked at it again. He maybe should have made this 2-2. Like, Hogan's had a couple of good opportunities, and he's not taken them very well at all. Amos finds Lado into Brad Young for free. Oh, he's pulled it beyond the post. That should have been 3-0. Game done and dusted. We should have been on the bus, ready to go home. But we are not. We'll play that one into Ricky Jade. And surely this time, Young finds the back of the net. That's good strength from him. Young. Oh, what a block from Roberts. Had to go across goal. I just couldn't quite make it count. Ricky J. Jones is going to make it 3-0 though. What a header. And our front trio today have been unbelievable. Well, that should be this one done and dusted, I reckon. Now, Birmingham have had a few chances, but they're right down there at the bottom of the league, and Scott Hogan misses those chances, and he's just playing. He's a striker out of confidence, and that was quite obvious here at half-time. Hogan now has been found. He's had a couple of good opportunities already, and this time King will save it. He'll be fuming. He could have had a hat-trick today. That was probably the most difficult of the chances. A really good save from King. But Birmingham they've not lacked anything really going forward. They've had opportunities. They've been very poor defensively, and we've been very good offensively, to be fair. But, I mean, if he could just make one or two of those moments count. That ball there from Galloway into Ricky J. Jones was beautiful. And that ball across, and oh, my God. What a goal. Just, I mean, what a goal. Lado makes it 4-0. And just moments before this, Birmingham nearly get a little bit of a lifeline. And then we go through and do that. That was great. Ricky J. Jones's pullback was fantastic. The ball from Galloway was fantastic. And then Lado slots it home beautifully. What a well-worked team goal. Well, at 4-0, it is time for a triple sub. We're going to bring off Ricky J. Jones, Lado. We're going to bring on Timmy Abraham. We're also going to bring on Atpo is going to play Cam. Malik Wilkes is going to go up top because Brad Young is coming off as well. We're 4-0 up. Even though they've had chances and opportunities that they've not particularly taken, we are super comfortable here, and we're going to be even more comfortable if Timmy Abraham could have just got to that. Just a little bit behind him, a little bit ahead of him, sorry. I do. Trying to just separate myself, create some space. I have done. I've gone beyond my man as well. I've found Malik Wilkes in the box, who drives in a shot. Oh, it's deflected. Wilkes, he's going to make it 5-0, and he's going to get his second goal for Salford. Very unlucky in this one, Birmingham. I don't know what to say. They've been super unlucky in patches. And we've had the luck go our way. And there we go, 5-0. Right, Wilkes now. Look at this. This is what we wanted him for. Wilkes is going to drift that one across to Timmy Abraham. And that will seal it. It's 6-0. That's Malik Wilkes with 2 assists and 2 goals, by the way. What a debut for him. Absolutely over the moon with his performance. But there we go. Timmy Abraham back in the goals again. And we're just finding form. I should point out in this episode, we are playing all the teams at the bottom. Like everyone in this episode. I think the highest placed team was 17th. So we are playing all the teams down at the bottom. So I shouldn't take too much from this. But this is the form of a team that's going to get promoted. I think that might actually be the highest scoring game we've had as well. I want to just look at the match stats real quick, because I think this was closer. What it says. Okay, they actually only had 4 shots. Just 4 very good shots. 14 for us. We absolutely dominated Birmingham. Again, they look like they're going down. Brighton played against Fulham. So that should open up the top of the table a little bit. You can see we're still 4th, and we're probably just going to maintain 4th for a while now at this stage. I'm actually going to leave that here for this episode. There's going to be a little bit of time for you guys to digest and see if maybe there should be 1 or 2 more deals that we should be trying to do. I'm quite happy with the business we've done. I hope you guys are. I mean, Malik Wilkes, what a performance that was on his debut. 2 assists and 2 goals. You can't really ask for much more. Now, we are pretty comfortably in the playoffs. But again, we have just played a lot of the poorer sides in the league. We played Ipswich. We played Birmingham. We played Blackpool. Like, we're going to have much more difficult games coming up towards the back end of the season, which will change stuff. We kick off the next episode by taking on QPR. So instantly, that's a much more difficult game for us here at Salford City. Again, thank you very much for watching, guys. Thank you for your continued patience. I do appreciate it. We will get into a rhythm with the new job. I find recording content is all about being in a rhythm of getting it done. And when you start a new job, there's just a lot going on at the minute. But I do appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you for your support. Thank you for all the love shown to the channel. And I'll see you in the next episode where hopefully we can keep this form going. Will there be some late drama in the transfer window? I think the only thing now that could happen is we lose a player and then we have to replace them. But take it easy, and I'll see you in the next one.